Welcome to my channel where I talk about AI, tech, and the stock market daily. So I wanted to dive into an interesting and increasingly contentious debate that's been dominating the headlines recently. It's all about the H1B visa program, foreign tech workers, and the clash between some of America's most powerful tech leaders and right-wing political forces. The key players here are none other than Elon Musk, and more surprisingly, President-elect Donald Trump. This issue has caused a rift, not just between Musk and some of Trump's loyalist base, but also within the broader political spectrum on immigration and the tech workforce. Let's explore what this controversy means for both the H1B program, the tech sector, and ultimately the broader stock market. At the center of this debate is Elon Musk's staunch defense of the H1B visa, a work visa program that allows companies in the United States to employ highly skilled foreign workers in specialty occupations, particularly in fields like technology and engineering. Musk, a naturalized U.S. citizen from South Africa, has benefited from the program himself in the past. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, Musk emphatically declared that he would go to war over the H1B visa. He stated, "The reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H1B. He didn't hold back, asserting that the fight over the H1B program would be something the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. His tweet was a direct challenge to the growing number of immigration hardliners within the conservative wing who have pushed for the program's abolition. Well, the H1B visa program is critical for the tech industry in the United States. In fact, it's often argued that many tech companies, from small startups to giants like Tesla and Google, simply cannot function without the influx of foreign talent that the H1B visa provides. For example, in 2024 alone, Tesla secured 724 H1B visas, allowing them to hire a skilled workforce for the highly specialized roles required in electric vehicle production, space exploration, and artificial intelligence development. These are positions that, frankly, don't always have enough qualified American applicants. The concern is that without this program, companies like Musk's Tesla would face a massive shortage of talent, slowing innovation and potentially causing delays in growth. But here's where the controversy gets even more heated. The debate is no longer just about policy, it's about political alliances and loyalty. Musk's tweet came after a series of remarks from some of Trump's fiercest allies, who have criticized the program for, in their view, putting American workers at a disadvantage. These critics argue that the program takes jobs away from U.S. workers, particularly in fields like engineering and software development. This has been a long-standing argument for far-right figures like Steve Bannon, a key Trump confidant, who has argued that immigration, especially skilled immigration, is a threat to the country's sovereignty and economy. Musk, however, isn't buying into the argument that the H-1B program undermines American jobs. He takes the position that the U.S. economy operates like a dynamic, growing system where creating jobs isn't a zero-sum game. In a tweet, Musk responded to critics of the program, dismissing the fixed pie fallacy that assumes there are only so many jobs to go around. Musk believes that there is essentially infinite potential for job and company creation, citing examples of industries and technologies that didn't exist 20 or 30 years ago, and how these new sectors continue to create new opportunities. Musk is doubling down on the idea that a globalized workforce is not just inevitable, but essential for the U.S. to maintain its position at the forefront of innovation. Interestingly, this isn't just about Musk. Other tech leaders, including Vivek Ramaswamy, a biotech entrepreneur and political figure, have also voiced their support for high-skilled immigration. Ramaswamy, who is running for president, challenged the idea that the influx of foreign-born workers somehow reflects a deficiency in American talent. He instead pointed to cultural issues, arguing that American society has venerated mediocrity over excellence for too long, leading to a mismatch between the demand for highly skilled workers and the supply of domestically trained talent. His comments, however, have sparked outrage from other political figures within the conservative wing, particularly those aligned with the America First ideology. who believe that the priority should be to give jobs to native-born Americans before bringing in foreign workers. Yet Ramaswamy's position on H-1B visas is controversial. He argues that allowing more foreign workers into the United States through programs like H-1B depresses wages and reduces job opportunities for U.S. citizens, particularly in competitive STEM sectors. While acknowledging the contributions of immigrants, Ramaswamy contends that the current system disproportionately benefits foreign nationals at the expense of the American middle class. It's a protectionist view, which many see as contradictory, considering his own immigrant background. Ramaswamy has said that while he's proud of his heritage, policies that disproportionately favor foreign workers should be reconsidered to ensure that American workers aren't left behind. As if the debate couldn't get more interesting, Trump has also weighed in on the issue, but his stance has evolved. While some of his supporters were pushing for a dramatic reduction or even the elimination of the H-1B program, Trump himself recently sided with Musk, expressing full support for the visa system. Trump, who had previously been a vocal critic of immigration, particularly high-skilled immigration through programs like H-1B, now told that he was a believer in H-1B and that he had used it himself for his properties. In fact, Trump remarked, "I have many H-1B visas on my properties. I've been a believer in H-1B. I have used it many times. It's a great program." This is significant because it positions Trump in direct contrast to many of his hardline supporters who have railed against high-skilled immigration, making his position somewhat unpredictable as he campaigns for another presidential run. So what does this all mean for the stock market, particularly tech stocks? The debate over H-1B visas is not just a political fight, it's a business issue. The tech sector, which relies heavily on foreign-born talent, could face disruptions if the H-1B program were scaled back. Companies like Tesla, SpaceX, Google, Amazon, and countless others in Silicon Valley depend on the program to fill roles that U.S. universities are not producing enough graduates for. If there were any significant changes to the program, it could lead to a talent shortage that would slow down innovation and, ultimately, the pace at which tech companies can grow. Investors in these companies, watching for signs of policy change, might react by adjusting their portfolios based on the potential impact on revenue and growth prospects. The scarcity of talent in certain technical fields is one of the key drivers of stock performance in the tech sector. If U.S. companies face tighter restrictions on hiring foreign workers, their ability to innovate and develop new products could be hampered, leading to slower growth and, consequently, lower stock valuations. Investors closely watch talent acquisition as an indicator of a company's potential to stay competitive in fast-moving industries like AI, robotics, and software development. Musk's outspoken support for a larger pool of foreign talent could bolster investor confidence in companies like Tesla, which rely heavily on highly skilled engineers to develop autonomous vehicles and cutting-edge AI technologies. While the U.S. remains a global leader in attracting tech talent, other countries are becoming increasingly competitive. Canada, the UK, and even some European nations are rolling out more welcoming immigration policies to lure skilled workers. This competition for talent could have profound effects on the stock market, as the best and brightest engineers and data scientists may choose to work in countries with more relaxed visa rules. For tech companies that are unable to recruit globally, their innovation capabilities could slow, leading to reduced stock market performance. The debate over H-1B visas is part of a much larger conversation about the future of work in the U.S. and how to balance the need for innovation with concerns about job displacement. The tensions are not just about who gets to work in America, but also about what kind of economy the U.S. wants to cultivate. Should it continue to open its doors to skilled workers from around the world to maintain its position as a global leader in tech, or should it prioritize protecting American workers at the expense of cutting-edge innovation? As for investors, this debate underscores the importance of keeping an eye on policy changes and political developments that could influence the tech industry's ability to attract global talent. The outcome of this debate could have long-term implications for tech stocks, and by extension, for the broader stock market. While we may not see immediate changes to the stock market, any policy shift that hinders tech companies' ability to hire top-tier engineers will likely show up in stock performance over time. If you enjoyed my analysis, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you and see you next time. Just remember, markets are unpredictable and policy changes can have far-reaching impacts, so always do your own research before making any financial decisions. This information is for reference only.